어, 강연TV 시청자 여러분 안녕하십니까? 강연TV에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 오늘은 3월 6일 금요일입니다. 오전 2시 18분입니다. 이번 시간은 신약 성경을 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. 마가복음 5장 1절부터 영어 성경으로 읽어보겠습니다. And the day came over unto the other side of the sea, into the country of the Gadarenes. And when he was came out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains. Because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him, and the fetters broken in pieces. Neither could any man tame him. And always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones. But when he saw Jesus afar off, he ran and worshipped him. And cried with a loud voice and said, What have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou Son of the Most High God? I adjure thee by God that thou torment me not. For he said unto him, Come out of the man, the unclean spirit. And he asked him, What is thy name? And he answered, saying, My name is Legion, for we are many. And he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding, and all the devils besought him, saying, Send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. And force with Jesus gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000, and we are choked in the sea. And they did fed the swine bread and told it in the city and in the country, and they went out to see that it was done. And they come to Jesus and see him that was possessed with the devil, and had the legion sitting and closed and in his right mind, and they were afraid. And they did so. It told them how it befell to him that was possessed with the devil, and also concerning the swine. And they began to pray him to depart out of their coast. And when he was come into the ship, he that had been possessed with the devil prayed him that he might be with him. Howbeit Jesus spurred him not, but says unto him, Go home to thy friends, and tell them how great things the Lord has done for thee, and has had compassion on thee. And he departed and began to publish in the Decapolis how great things Jesus had done for him, and all men did marvel. And when Jesus was passed over again by ship unto the other side, much people gathered unto him, and he was nigh unto the sea. And behold, there comes one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name, and when he saw him, he fell at his feet. And besought him greatly, saying, My little daughter lies at the point of death. I pray thee, come and lay thy hands on her, that she may be healed, and she shall live. And Jesus went with him, and much people followed him and surrounded him. And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing better, but later grew worse. When she had heard of Jesus, came in the press behind and touched his garment. For she said, If I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. And straight away the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Jesus immediately immediately, nothing, knowing in himself that the virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the person and said, "Who touched my clothes?" And his disciples said unto him, Thou seest the multitude throng in thee, and sayest thou, Who touched me? And he looked round about to see her that had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him and told him all the truth. And he said unto her, Daughter, thy faith has made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole of thy prayer. While he yet spake, there came from the ruler of the synagogue's house a certain which said, Thy daughter is dead. Why troublest thou the master any further? As soon as Jesus heard the word that was spoken, he says unto the ruler of the synagogue, Be not afraid, only believe. And he suffered no man to follow him, save Peter and James and John, the brother of James. And he comes to the house of the ruler of the synagogue and sees the tumult and them that wept and wailed greatly. And when he was come in, he says unto them, Why make ye this ado and weep? The damsel is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn. But when he had put them all out, he takes the father and the mother of the damsel and them that were with him, and enters in where the damsel was lying. And he took the damsel by the hand and said unto her, Tali cum, which is being interpreted, damsel, I say unto thee, arise. And straightway the damsel arose and walked, for she was of the age of 12 years, and they were astonished with a great astonishment. And he charges them straightly that no man should know it, and commanded that something should be given her to eat. And he went out from thence and came into his own country, and his disciples follow him. And when the Sabbath day was come, he began to teach in the synagogue, and many hearing him were astonished, saying, From whence has this man these things, and what wisdom is this which is given unto him, that even such mighty works and wrought by his hands. Is not this the carpenter, the son of Mary, the brother of James, and Joseph's son, and of Judah, and Simon, and are not his sisters her here with also, and they were offended at him. But Jesus said unto them, a prophet is not without honor, but in his own country, and among his own kin, and in his own household. And he could dare to no mighty work, save that he laid his hands upon a few sick folk and healed them. And he marveled because of their unbelief. And he went around about the villages teaching, and he called unto him the 12, and began to send them forth by two and two, and gave them power over unclean spirits. And commanded them that they should take nothing for their journey, save a step only, and no scrip, no bread, no money in their purses. But be showed with sandals and not put on two coats. And he said unto them, in what place soever ye enter into one house, there abide till ye depart from that place. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor heal you, when ye depart thence, shake off the dust under your feet for a testimony against them. Believing, I say unto you, each shall be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment that for that city. And they went out and preached that man should repent. And they cast out many devils and anointed with oil many that were sick, and healed them. And King Herod heard of him, for his name was spread abroad, and he said that John the Baptist was risen from the dead, and therefore mighty works to show forth themselves in him. Others said that it is Elias, and others said that it is a prophet, or as one of the prophets. But when Herod heard thereof, he said, it is John, whom I beheaded. He is risen from the dead. For Herod himself had sent forces and laid hold upon John and bound him in prison for Herodias' sake. His brother Philip's wife, for he had married her. For John had said unto Herod, it is not lawful for thee to have thy brother's wife. Therefore, Herodias had a quarrel against him and would have killed him, but she could not. For Herod feared John, nothing, knowing that he was a just man and unholy, and observed him. And when he heard him, he did many things and hurt him greatly. And when convenient day was come, that Herod on his birthday made a supper to his lords, high captains, and chief stature of Galilee. And when the daughter of the Caesar Herodias came in, and dancers and praised Herod and them that said with him, the king said unto the damsel, ask of me whatsoever thou wilt, and I will give it thee. And he swore unto her, whatsoever thou shalt ask of me, I will give it thee unto the half of my kingdom. And she went forth and said unto her mother, what shall I ask? And she said, the head of John the Baptist. And she came in straightway with haste unto the king and asked, saying, I will that thou give me by and by in a charger the head of John the Baptist. And the king was exceeding sorry for his author's sake, and for their sakes which set with him, he would not reject her. And immediately the king sent an executioner and commanded his head to be brought, and he went and beheaded him in the prison. And they brought his head in a charger and gave it to the damsel, and the damsel gave it to her mother. And when his deceivers heard of it, they came and took up his corpse and laid it in a tomb. And the apostles gathered themselves together unto Jesus and told him all things both what they had done and what they had taught. And he said unto them, come ye yourselves apart into the third place and rest a while, for there were many coming and going, and they had no either so much as to eat. And they departed into the desert place by a ship privately. And the people saw them departing, and many knew him, and then put cedar out of all cities, and out went them, and came together unto him. And Jesus, when he came out, saw much people and was moved with compassion towards them, because they were as sheep not having a shepherd. And he began to teach them many things. And when the day was now far spent, his disciples came unto him and said, "This is the third place, and now the time is far past. Send them away, that they may go into the country round about and into the villages, and buy themselves bread, for they have nothing to eat." He answered and said unto them, "Give ye them to eat." And they say unto him, "Shall we go and buy 200 pennyworth of bread and give them to eat?" He says unto them, "How many loaves have ye? Go and see." And when they knew, they say 5 and 2 fishes. And he commanded them to make all sit down by companies upon the green grass, and they sat down in ranks by hundreds and by 50s. And when he had taken the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, he looked up to heaven and blessed and break the loaves and gave them to his disciples to set before them, and the 2 fishes divided he among them all, and they did all eat and were filled. And they took up 12 baskets full of the fragments and of the pieces. And they ate it of the loaves were about 5,000 men. And straightway he constrained his disciples to get into the ship and to go to the other side before unto Bethsaida, while he sent away the people. And when he had sent them away, he departed into a mountain to pray. And when evening was come, the ship was in the midst of the sea, and he alone on the land. And he saw them toiling in rowing, for the wind was contrary unto them. And about the fourth watch of the night, he comes unto them, working upon the sea, and would have passed by them. But when they saw him working upon the sea, they supposed it had been spirit and cried out, for they all saw him and were troubled, and immediately he talked with them and says unto them, be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And he went up unto them into the ship, and the wind ceased, and they were sore amazed in themselves beyond measure, and wondered. For they considered not the miracle of the rovers, for their heart was hardened. And when they had passed over, they came into the land of Gennesaret and drew to the shore. And when they were come out of the ship, straightway they knew him, and ran through that whole region round about, and began to carry about in beds those that were sick, where they heard he was. And whithersoever he entered into villages or cities or country, they raised sick in the streets, and be sought him, that they might touch, if it were but the border of his garment. And as many as touched him were made whole. They came together unto him the Pharisees and certain of the scribes which came from Jerusalem. And when they saw some of his disciples eat bread with defiled, that is to say, with unwashed handles, they found fault. For the Pharisees and all the Jews, except they wash their hands often, it's not holding the tradition of the elders. And when they come from the market, except they wash, they eat not, and many other things there which they have received to hold, as the washing of cups and pots, brazen vessels, and of tables. Then the Pharisees and scribes asked him, why work not thy disciples according to the tradition of the elders, but eat bread with unwashed handles? He answered and said unto them, where has she Asa? Isaiah prophesied of you, hypocrites, as it is written, these people honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men, for laying aside the commandment of God, ye hold the tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups and many other such like things. eat. And he said unto them, For will ye reject the commandment of God, that ye may keep your own tradition? For Moses said, Honor thy father and thy mother, and whoso curse son, father or mother, let him die to death. But he saying, if a man shall say to his father or mother, it is korban, that is to say, go gift by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me, he shall be free. And he spurred him no more to do aught for his father or his mother, making the word of God of non-effect through your tradition, which ye have delivered. And many such things to ye. And when he had called all the people unto him, he said unto them, Hearken unto my every one of you, and understand. There is nothing from without a man that entering into him can depart him, but the things which come out of him, those are they that defile the man. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear. And when he was entered into the house from the people, his disciples asked him concerning a parable. And he says unto them, Are ye so without understanding also? Do ye not perceive that whatsoever thing from without enters into the man, it cannot defile him? Because it enters not into his heart, but into the belly, and goes out into the throat, pulsing or meat. And he said that which comes out of the man, that defiles the man, for from within, out of the heart of man, proceeds evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders, covetousness, wickedness, deceit, lasciviousness, an evil eye, breath of my pride, foolishness. And all these evil things come from within and defile the man. And from thence he rose and went into the borders of Tyre and Sidon. And entered into an house, and would have no man know it, but he could not be hidden. For a certain woman whose young daughter had an unclean spirit heard of him, and came and fell at his feet. The woman was Greek, Phoenician by a nation, and she besought him that he would get the force to deliver out of her daughter. But Jesus said unto her, let the children first be filled, for it is not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it unto the dogs. And she answered and said unto him, Yes, Lord, yet the dogs under the table eat of the children's crumbs. And he said unto her, For this saying, go thy way, the bear is gone out of thy daughter. And when she was come to her house, she found the bear gone out, and her daughter laid upon the bed. And again, departing from the coast of Tyre and Sidon, he came unto the sea of Galilee, through the midst of the coast of the Decapolis. And they brought unto him one that was deaf and had an impediment in his speech, and they beseech him to put his hand upon him. And he took him outside from the multitude and put his fingers into his ears, and he spit and touched his tongue, and look up to heaven. He is shy and says unto him, Ephata, that is, be opened. And straightway his ears were opened, and the string of his tongue was loosed, and he spake plain. And he charged them that they should tell no man, but the more they charged them, so much the more great deal they published it. And we are beyond measure astonished, saying, He has done all things well. He makes both the deep to hear and the dumb to speak. In those days, the multitude being very great and having nothing to eat, Jesus called his disciples unto him and says unto them, I have compassion on the multitude, because they have not been with me 3 days and have nothing to eat. And if I send them away fasting to their own houses, they will faint by the way, for divers of them came from far. And his disciples answered him, from whence can a man satisfy this man with bread here in the wilderness? And he asked them, how many loaves have ye? And they said, 7. And he commanded the people to sit down on the ground. And he took the 7 loaves and gave thanks and break and gave to his disciples to set before them. And they did set them before the people. And they had a few small fishes, and he blessed and commanded to set them also before them. So they did it, and we were filled, and they took up of the broken meat that was left 7 baskets, and they had eaten. We were about 4,000, and he sent them away, and straight away he entered into a ship with his disciples, and came into the place of Tamma Nuda. And the Pharisees came first and began to question with him, seeking of him a sign from heaven, tempting him. And he sighed deeply in his spirit and says, why does this generation seek after a sign? Verily I say unto you, there shall no sign be given unto this generation. And he left them, and entering into the ship again, departed to the other side. Now the disciples had forgotten to take up bread, neither had they in the ship with them more than one loaf. And he charged them, saying, take heed, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the leaven of Herod. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, it is because we have no bread. Having eyes, see ye not, and having ears, hear ye not, and do ye not remember when I break the 5 loaves among 5,000, how many baskets full fragments took ye up? They say unto him, 12. And when the 7 among 4,000, how many baskets full of fragments took ye up? And they said 7. And he said unto them, how is it that ye do not understand? And he comes to Bethsaida. And they bring a blind man unto him, and besought him to touch him. And he took the blind man by the hand and led him out of the town. And when he had spit on his eyes and put his hands upon him, he asked him if he saw aught. And he looked up and said, I see men, or I see men as trees working. After that, he put his hands again upon his eyes and made him look up, and he was restored and saw every man clearly. And he sent him away to his house, saying, neither go into the town nor tell it to any in the town. And Jesus went out and his disciples into the towns of Caesarea Philippi. And by the way, he asked his disciples, saying unto them, whom do men say that I am? And they answered, John the Baptist, but some say Elias, and others one of the prophets. And he says unto them, But whom say ye that I am? And Peter answered and says unto him, Thou art the Christ. And he charged them that they should tell no man of him. And he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected of the elders and of the chief priests and scribes and be killed, and after 3 days rise again. And he spake that saying openly, and Peter took him and began to rebuke him. But when he had turned about and looked on his disciples, he rebuked Peter, saying, Get thee behind me, Satan, for thou savourest not the things that be of God, but the things that be of man. And when he had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, Whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take off his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's the shame shall save it. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man he ashamed when he comes in the glory of his Father with the holy angels. 마가복음 8장 38절까지 읽어보았습니다. 다음 9장은 다음 시간에 계속해서 읽어보겠습니다. 시청해 주셔서 감사합니다. 안녕히 계십시오.